Those who have ears to hear, let them listen. Waiting on Jesus for deliverance. When you're walking on the narrow path, there is times where you're going to feel in the wilderness, and there's going to be times when you feel stuck. Okay? And for those walking on the narrow path, the biggest life changes come after watering the soil. That's when Jesus comes and truly flips your life around. And I don't mean that you should go purposely make stuff bad happen, or that God only moves when you can't move yourself and like when you're super depressed. Let's see the examples to really understand what I'm talking about. Rebecca came to Isaac when he was mourning the loss of his mom. Joshua became the leader of the Israelites. He stepped into his purpose after he lost his mentor, friend, and father figure in Moses. Jesus was tempted by Satan after 40 days of fasting, but then he was ministered to by angels. And Paul, he received deliverance in his true purpose and calling after being blinded by God. He couldn't see. God is good, and Jesus will wipe away every one of your tears. I know Bryce Crawford just had that amazing sermon about how that means when you're like going up into heaven and you'll wipe away every tear because you're just gonna see your family go away. Like that's true, but it's also true here while you're still on earth. God is the mighty redeemer. He will wipe away every tear that you have, and it's gonna be okay. But especially in the times when it's really hard, he just comes in and like gives you a hug and pulls you into his arms, because above all else he wants you to know that he's the one who comforts you. All this to say, God and his purpose is perfect, and his timing especially is perfect because he operates outside of space and time. He invented it, right? He's not defined by that. And so don't despise what he's doing in your life. I heard this great quote from this podcast. I forget what it was, but this guy was basically going through 5 years of Joseph years, like being in prison and all this, everything going wrong. And he cried out to God. He was like, God, I thought you said if I'd go into business, you'd bless me. And he said, you're building a ministry, but I'm building a man. Right? That's what God said to him. And like that's so what's going on in your wilderness period, right? When the Israelites were going through their wilderness in Exodus, they were being taught the laws, they were learning the ways, and they were getting rid of their grumblers and like all the sin. They were getting to become the people that God truly wanted them to become.